Let me close some of this out. Let me try to get rid of some of this glare. Let me get D. James on the phone. Okay, we're gonna have to figure something else out here. Oh well, it's not about looking at me anyways. So let me get D. James on the horn and we're gonna do a little interview and I think this is it. I wrote it down and my handwriting's not that great. What's going down? Hammer down, JB. JB, sorry to get back to you last night. One thing led to another and I got busy.
No, that's okay. Bridget came home. She was mad at me anyway, so that's okay.
Right on. So, you want to say hi to everybody, D. James?
Oh, am I live right now?
Yeah, you're live.
Hey, hello everyone. And no, she's not mad at me this morning. Everything's fine this morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I didn't know you were just going to jump into it. I guess you know, we communicated before, and there was a lady that called, and she was at the concert. She was a victim, and her husband took 5 shots. I mean, bless both of them, and I hope both of y'all, if y'all hear this, you know, our hearts are with you. And our hearts are with all the victims. We're all victims. The whole country was victims that night, and that's what led these independent investigations to start. Is because we're all victims. It's not just the people there. But I wanted to say some things about. She said she saw someone on top of the taco and pizza area.
Yeah, she did.
Which is now that's Alan. That's if you're on the stage. If you're Jason Aldean looking at the crowd, that is stage right. If you're in front of the stage looking at the concert, looking at the stage, that's our left. So I'm just going to refer to that to make it easy on everyone. I'm going to refer to that as if you're looking at the stage and it's to the left. I'm just going to say the left.
Okay.
Okay. To your left over there is a VIP section. It's a 2-story VIP. It's got a guardrail and like a little walkway on top. But now that's to your left if you're facing the stage. And there was a gate. There was a gate there where most of the people came out. Then if you're at that VIP section and you kind of swing around and you're walking towards the stage, to your left there is the pizzeria. There's a taco place. There's a gazebo. There. And on top of these buildings, there's a lot of light. There's actually bulbs. They're bulbs. They flash. And then behind that is there's some 45-degree angle street lights coming off of Giles and Mandalay Bay right there on that curve. And like I'm telling you guys, this is to the left of the stage, and so it's a really well lit up area. She did see a person up there. I can confirm that there is a person up there. There's possibly 2 people up there. But before we call them shooters, let me tell you what I found out since the preliminary report came out. The LVMPD and the FIT report, they list 8 officers were inside the concert. They also list in the FIT report that as soon as the first single shots happened, they realized it wasn't firecrackers. This was before the 100-round burst. When the single shots happened and they thought it was firecrackers, they immediately knew something was wrong. In the report they talk about the security area and they were looking at video. So there was 8 officers in that concert. They had a trailer, I'm assuming, either in the front, over by the behind the pizzeria area, or some trailers. They may have had their security equipment with cameras in there, or they may have been behind the bleachers towards the Skyrider ride, which is in the back. If you're facing the stage, it's pretty far back. So
yes.
I'm not sure where I'm not sure, Alan, where the security area was, but she, there's a possibility that what we might be seeing up there is a policeman. And I just want to let everyone know that there is definitely two people up there. One for sure. We see two in the Jason Hartman video. One of them is in a lay-down position after the third volley. He's in a lay-down position. He's on top of the pizzeria. There's a 2-foot parapet wall on top of that pizzeria. He's in a lay-down position facing the stage. It's after the third volley in the Jason Hartman video. You can see him, but it's from a great distance. It's from a great distance. You can't say that he's actually shooting. But why would somebody be up there? If it's not a policeman, then why would somebody be up there?
No, I agree. And people are asking on the comments. This is D. James. We're just going over a few things so you guys all can hear, and just letting people know who you are. Yeah, no, I agree with you that there was somebody up there, because that she's not the only person that has said that either. So
no, there's another video. The other, we've got three videos. I say we before I started making videos from October to December. I was doing just like everybody else, like all the other commenters. We hadn't heard a word from the LVMPD. We hadn't heard nothing. I mean, everyone was looking at the concert. We're not seeing muzzle flash, and and I'm sitting there watching YouTube just like everybody else, listening to you right now on this cast. And I'm looking at these videos, and there was a guy named 7 Mile Rider. He was a young man out of Florida. He was doing frame by frame. And as he was going frame by frame on my 50-inch Samsung, it's a UHD 4K resolution. It's a badass TV. He's swinging over in this one video, and my wife looks over and says, "Look, there's a guy on top of that building." And I looked and I said, "Oh." And I rewinded it, I paused it, I said, "I'll be damned." And so I reached out to Ryder on the comments, and I said, "Hey, you missed it, man." I said, "It's right at this mark, just like they tell you and me, Alan.
Yeah.
Right here on this video at this exact mark, you need to look." And so I did that to some Ryder, and he zoomed it in. He got a pretty good picture of this guy. And the next thing was there's a channel called Hangman 1128. He did the FBI cleanup videos. He checked into Mandalay Bay, and he was watching the FBI and filming it out the window at the Mandalay Bay during the daylight. Well, on those trailers, and let me tell you, nobody's talking about this anymore. Nobody. And it's on the 1128 Hangman videos. I think it's part 2. He's got 4 parts. It's part 2. On the part 2 video, they swing around that pizzeria area, and there are 3 or 4 yellow circles that the FBI put on top of those trailers. Now, the first thing you ask is, "Oh, they're bullet strikes." No, they're not. They're not bullet strikes. They're not. They're not bullet strikes. So the next question is why did the FBI get on top of those trailers and do that? And that's the exact spot. That's the exact spot that on the Jason Hartman video where there's a guy laying down up there. I mean, it's the exact freaking spot. So, I made a video on it. Jersey Steve made a video on it. And, we kept looking for more conclusive video, and there is so much light on that side of the concert venue when these victims were taking cell phone video during the concert. They swing their cell phones left and right. Well, when your cell phone swings left, I don't know why, but when you're videoing and the cell phones are swinging to the left, it's just distorted like crazy. When they swing to the right, it's clear. And we've literally learned that much about going frame by frame and looking at the concert venue. Which parts of the video are easier to see than others. Well, when they swing right with the phone, it's easier. When they swing left, it's distorted. But between the light up there, you're just not seeing clear shots. And so, we had to let it go, Howard. We just had to let it go. We searched about 200 videos, and we just can't get anything closer than what we've got.
Right. But so it's a big, bright, like yellow place, so it's kind of hard to see anything, anyways.
Well, it's got the pizzeria is right next to it's around the corner from the gazebo a little bit. There's a gazebo between the VIP and the pizzeria, and it's got a string of lights about 2 foot, in the front of the damn thing. There's a string of bulbs. There's like 5 strings like Christmas lights, and they blink. And then on top of it is about a 3 foot round sign on top of it, and it's got 2 arms coming off of it, and it's just full of blinking bulbs also. The worse than that is that's right near the back fence, and the back fence on the other side of the road has street lights at a 45-degree angle pointing onto the sidewalk. That's why as people are going down the sidewalks in these videos, that's why it's so well lit up, is because there's lights pointing at the sidewalks at a 45-degree angle. And then behind that are some higher street lights. And so inside the concert, when these victims were filming, when the camera points towards that pizzeria, mostly what you see are these huge globs of white light. And so, yeah, that's why we're not getting the light. Here's another thing I want to tell you about that area. Everybody, well, not everybody, but most people know that According to Joe is covered real hard. Those when the body cam of the LVMPD, when they're going behind the stage and they're going through that little tunnel and they're on that brick wall and the green fence, it looks like the green fence has a bullet coming in from the inside of the concert.
Yeah.
I think your viewers know what I'm talking about. That's the same area. That's the same area. The pizzeria is right on the other side of that.
Right.
And also that trailer, that exact trailer right there, that exact trailer and the one to the left of it in the FBI cleanup from Hangman 1128, the FBI cleanup part 2, there's the yellow circles right on top of that roof. And
right.
I'm just sitting there saying, that's pretty interesting. Why would the FBI? And this, like I said, it's all the same area.
So what do you think the yellow circles are?
Well, at first I thought, well, they were gun strikes. You know, that it was some kind of bullet strikes, right? That was my first thought. But there's nothing. There's no victims in that area. There's none. There's no victims anywhere in that area over by the pizzeria. Now, like I said, I started this conversation off saying there were 8 officers in that concert, and also the radio. There's one other thing I want to say. The radio log says when just shortly after the shooting started, one of the officers says, "We have a long gun down here. We have a rifle." One of the police officers says, "We have a rifle down here." I'm not sure if it was a concert officer that called that in. I'm not sure if they had if inside the venue, inside the security room, whether they had an AR-15 or an AR-10 or anything. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm not just saying that it was a shooter. It could have been one of our guys. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't know.
So you also said that you wanted to touch on the Lucas. How do you pronounce his last name? Bruch?
Bruch. I'm pretty sure it's Bruch.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Bruch. I've had a commenter from Germany, try to describe it to me, and I think her name is Diana, and I do my best with trying to pronounce a name like that. But his name is Lucas Bruch. He's from Caldwell County. He was standing in front of the Mandalay Bay. I believe he was just sitting on the sidewalk after dinner, and he witnessed the very first shots. And there's 5 or 6 interviews that he's given that he not only witnessed the first shots, he witnessed both the glass being broke out one after the other. All of his accounts talk about the window being broke, and then hearing 2 shots, or the first single shots, and then the other one being broke out, and then the 100 round burst. Well, you can't physically be in both rooms at the same time breaking glass, and I think all of you two, we ignored what he said He said it October the 2nd, the day after the concert. We all pretty much ignored it because shortly after we were told that the fuel tanks were the first shots, and we were told that. And come to find out, January the 18th of this year, when the LVMPD fit report came out, we found out that the fuel tanks were at 10:08 and 10:09. And that's the very end of 10:08 and the very top of the 10:09 minute. So, so myself and some other channels, we started kind of communicating back and forth saying, well, if the first shots weren't at the fuel tank and Lucas Bruch, he saw both glass fall at the same time, well, how the hell can, and there's no shell casings. There's no shell casings other than the 308 fuel tank rounds over in the small room 134. So how could Paddock be firing out of 135 window, the large suite, and the glass be broken right after that in the small suite, and there's not enough time for him to go from one window to another? So yeah, Lucas Bruch is a very, very important eyewitness.
Right. And a lot of people don't know that there was actually 2 hammers.
Well, I think I need to talk about that too, because let's just put it this way. Let me kind of start with this, because there's a lot of misconception about these photographs in that fit report. There's people that believe, well, these pictures show all the tools. Well, no, that's not the case. On 60 Minutes in October, I think it was a week after the shooting, the Zebra team that entered the room, they were the makeshift team that was call sign Zebra Team 20. That the guys, they're our heroes. They breached 135. They went in there, and on 60 Minutes, they said there was multiple toolboxes, drills everywhere. And he says in there, tools everywhere. They just say it right there on 60 Minutes. Well, the fit report pictures, they don't show the toolboxes. They don't show the one drill, right?
Right.
Right? The fit report itself says that 3 drills were found in the 135 bedroom. Well, we don't see pictures of those, right?
Right.
Right. The fit report also talks about a circular glass cutter with the suction cup. I'm an old glass worker. When I was in my 20s, I'm not going to waste time on that. I spent 6.5 years on high-rise, not residential. I'm talking tall downtown buildings across the south and eastern seaboard. And a circular glass cutter is a suction cup you put on the glass. It's got an arm, and it's got it's like a compass when you're growing up as a kid. A little compass that you draw circles on paper. But this is an industrial one that you put the suction cup on. It's got an arm, and it's got a glass cutter, and you just spin it with your hand, and you push and you push, and you score the glass in a circle, and then you can just take a hammer and you can knock it, and that piece of glass that you just made a large circle will pop out. Well, they found one of those in the rooms. It's in the fit report. But you don't see it. You don't see it, Alan. You don't see it in the photographs. Right. Right. My point to all your listeners and to the channels making videos: don't assume that just because you don't see another hammer, that there's not another hammer there.
Right.
Okay. Now, let me just close this discussion which you said about multiple hammers. Let me close it with a guy named Assistant Sheriff Fasolo, Fasulo. His name is Fasolo. He was the LVMPD spokesperson in charge of the press after the shooting.
Right.
He's got 31 years. He's got 31 years law enforcement. He started his career in the U.S. Army, and then he went to the FBI. And after the FBI, he went to the LVMPD. He's the assistant sheriff. Now he works over at Wynn Properties. He just retired. I've done my investigation on this guy before I'm saying this. He said he tells CNN that multiple hammers were found in those rooms. Multiple hammers.
Right.
It's right there. I'm not making this up. This is what he says, and I just explained to your audience that there's a circular glass cutter you're not seeing in the photographs. There's other drills that were in the 135 master bedroom. You're not seeing those in the photographs. So let's kind of put to rest the fact that, oh well, the only thing we're seeing in the only, you know, the report photos, that's the only tools that this guy had. That's not true.
Does anyone know if I... Well, the comments don't stay up long enough so I can read them. Okay, so there was a couple other things you wanted to touch on. I'm going to let you kind of just have the reins here. UFO Hunter UK is on. What's up, buddy? Angela, Jerry, Wolfman.
Hey, UFO Hunter made an outstanding video. That was his best pitch, his best delivery. When I say pitch, I'm talking about your vocal. That was your best vocals. You hammered it. You hammered it with authority. I thought that your vocalization and your preparation was excellent. It was just excellent. I wish I was that good of a speaker. I think people are actually hearing me just talk on the phone. And I'm a much different person than I am on the videos.
Yeah, you don't even sound like the same person.
No, the videos are hard, and I'm not a speaker. I'm just not, and I'm not a speaker.
Okay, you wanted to talk to people about sharing some stuff?
Yeah, you know, back before YouTube started the purge, and before YouTube started the purge with, you know, in Charlton and American Everyman, and according to Joe, and everybody got they got taken down, and then they had to come back up. But this was what, I guess about a month ago or something, 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, the purge. We're calling it the purge. You know, they claim YouTube did a bunch of house cleaning, which was really, really bad how they did it. But before that, I was asking, you know, the smaller channels and the larger channels to, you know, let's try to agree on what we can agree on, and what we don't agree on, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I understand we can't agree on everything, but we have to kind of get on the same page. And UFO Hunter had made that call, asking for some kind of unity. He made that call last November, and you know, there was a few of us that were willing to get in on it, but we needed more cooperation, and we needed some more strength to push this forward. And I took some heat when I made that call in January, asking us, you know, the channels to unite. I took a little bit of heat from a few. I'm not going to name names, just for saying that we needed to unite, but it worked. My little call out for some help, it worked. Sleep Depth, Secret Safe with You, your channel, Farmers for Truth. Good Lord, Sue in Raleigh, Jen over at Nothing If Not Intense. Gosh, I can name about 6 more. Jersey Steve. Gosh, we all seemed to kind of pull together, and we started sharing information, and it worked. It worked. It gave us a little more gas in the gas tank, and to go forward with this, and instead of beating each other over the head, you know, making videos saying, well, this person's wrong and that person's wrong, because that's what was happening. What was happening is there was people debunking each other, saying, wait a minute, you know, we don't need to, the house divided can't stand. So
yeah, let me touch bases on that real quick, because a lot of people don't know how many emails that we deal with everybody, how many text messages from all these channels back and forth. We do a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, it's not, I'm a busy guy, so it's not like I can just jump on all the time. Now that it's been warming up, I have more to do. But people need to realize it's not like we're just not thinking about it when you don't see us on YouTube either.
No, in the comments, I need to tell everyone about once your channel, you know, whether it's mine, but before I got to 1,000 subscribers, the emails, I mean, not the emails, the comments were real easy to manage, and they popped up, and everything was fine. once you start getting up to 2,800, 3,000 subscribers, and you start, and you have videos that are getting 5,000, 10,000 views and 300 comments and 400 comments. Once you start getting that, the YouTube app starts to crash. And so I received comments. I'm not getting all the comments on my activity. It's really, really weird. In order for me to see my newest comments on some of the videos I've made, I have to go to that video just like you do. I have to go down the comments and I have to click newest. And then I scroll down and I can see the newest comments. And these are comments that they're not popping up on my activity. And so a lot of people say, hey, I'm commenting you and you're not answering. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting the damn comment. That's the way the YouTube app is not perfect for a creator. It's not perfect. And it gets worse. It gets worse as the channel builds.
No, I agree, because I'm the same way with 1,100. I only get a few of them. I have to go look.
Right. And that takes time. That takes time, and you got. I mean, just like everybody else, I've got work and family and everything else going on, so it's hard.
Yeah, especially this week. My kids are off for spring break, so yesterday we took them to play, and we got Easter eggs to color and all that good stuff too. So Easter Bunny's coming.
I think regarding the sharing in the last month, there's been some really, really good things happening between the channels. It's some really good cooperation, and like I said, we don't agree. And through a lot of people don't see this, but there's emails going back and forth. There's phone calls going between the creators, and we don't agree on everything, and we spar it out. We spar. We spar with each other and say, well, you need to look at this, and no, you're not looking at this, and we go back and forth, and it doesn't destroy our friendship between each other. All it does is make better videos.
Yeah,
we're making more quality videos. That's what's going on.
Right on. You wanted to talk about something being involved. I can't remember, but I wrote that topic down. Involved. What was that?
Well, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm working with. There's a couple of channels that there's a couple of channels that are either taking some serious heat and they're large, or were taken off of the air recently. I'm not going to name any names, but they were taken off of YouTube, and there's some cooperation going on just in the last few days between these channels. And what we're trying to do is, let's say you've got 9,000 subscribers and another guy's got 9,000 subscribers, and I'm at 2,800 subscribers, and Farmers for Truth is at 1,100 subscribers, right? So we know that a lot of our subscribers are the same, but for all of us to reach a larger audience, and for us to break out of YouTube and get this into Facebook and social media and the internet, we know we got to put something together on the same page, and it's going to have to be strong. So it's going to have to be real strong. Let me give you a quote from According to Joe back in December. According to Joe made a video in December, and he started off the video. I don't remember the name of the video, but he had the fuel tanks in the background. I think he was talking about that top lip. He looked at the camera and he said, "Look," he said, "I'm going to tell you all the truth." He said, "In order for us to really break this case, it's going to have to be something so strong that nobody can deny it." He said, "It's going to have to be something so strong that it's going to have no one can deny it." And I emailed Joe back saying, "Yep, that's." Just pissing here and there, showing pictures of the rooms, or a paddock on carrying a bag up the elevator and shit. That's not going to get us anywhere. So in the last week, like I said, some of the channels that are up there at 7, 9, 10,000 viewers. That doesn't seem like a lot when you're talking to when you're talking about Taylor Swift or something, but for our investigation, that's a lot of subscribers, and we're working on something, and part of it's already taken care of, and part of it's not taken care of, and it's coming together. I'm expecting in the next probably 4 or 5 days, maybe between 4 or 5 or 7 or 8 days at the most, then there's going to be a video pop up that should go viral.
Okay.
It should go viral. It's going to cause some controversy. It's going to cause some controversy within the YouTube community. But the goal of that video, is going to be to get outside of YouTube. We got to put together something that'll cross over into the internet. So.
Right on. I know you have to go right now. I got stuff to do. This was kind of a quick one. We'll do this again when we get some more stuff together.
Yeah. My last word to everyone is hey, keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. Don't beat each other up too bad, and just don't beat each other up too bad. We're all on the same page. We see things differently, but that's what human beings are about. And big respect to everyone that drops down a comment. I got big respect. I don't have any respect for the disrespect.
Right. Right on. Well, thank you, D. James. I think everybody, I'm going to have to go back and read all the comments, but I think everybody was happy and they want you to do more videos. And, we'll touch bases again.
Okay, Farmer, you take care.
All right, later. All right, guys, that was pretty cool. Angela put, let the bodies hit the floor. I watch his videos too. I think it's good. I watch a lot of videos. But I've been talking back and forth with Maureen a lot, and we're going to do another one with her. It's just I've been super busy. My kids are off this week. I have my buddy's services coming up. I got a lot going on. My little girl's going to graduate preschool. So if you guys could help out with my buddy, go to my PayPal, go to my website. You guys could do it all there. What's up, Lou? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going down? But yeah, go check out my website, farmerstruth.com. PayPal me /Alan Duckworth. And hammer down, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one.